So we are standing near the house of the fathers of Bet Aram. The fathers of Bet Aram are the French priests, French missionaries who came to this country in the end of the 19th century and who are situated in Bethlehem. They are connected there with the monastery of the Carmelite nuns of Bethlehem. The Carmelite nuns are those who bought the archaeological site from the Muslims in the end of the 19th century. Yeah. And the fathers were missionaries and they served also in this monastery. And when the place was bought by the nuns, they built this building here. But they didn't use it for much time because they built it in 1931. And during the Second World War, already the place was occupied by the British military. And there were also Polish soldiers here. Part of the Polish army which was evacuated from Poland through the Soviet Union, when the Soviet Union and German Empire, German Nazis occupied Poland from both sides. Yeah, part of the Polish soldiers were in the Soviet Union, and Stalin allowed them to come to the British Palestine through Iran. And this is called the Army of General Anders. So they were stationed here in this. There was a big military camp here during the Second World War. In this building, yeah, also in this building, and also in the Latroon, British police of Latroon there. Yeah. And they were preparing to go to the war in the Northern Africa. So after the Second World War, very quickly, the war started between Jews and Arabs in 1948. And so, as I explained already, the border between Jordan Kingdom and Israel was just passing here after 48. So this place was not very accessible. It was on the border in the no man's land. So there was United Nations representation who was sitting here, who was controlling the place.
They were literally sitting in the building?
Yes. And today they have in Israel, this place is called Beit Shalom, the house of peace.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, maybe because of this. And after 67, the place was not occupied till 1980s, when there was a French Archaeological Institute. But the owners of the place, who are fathers of Bet Aram, wanted to have here some spiritual presence, so they invited our community of the Beatitudes to live here since 1993. 1993, we arrived to this place. So our community was founded in France in 1973. It was founded by two married couples, two families, who started to live together to pray. Their aim was to live as first Christians, to have everything in common and to pray, have the life of prayer. So very quickly they came to Israel because their aim was to meet the Jewish people, to pray for reconciliation between Jews and Christians, to pray also for the unity between Catholics and Orthodox. So our community came to this country in 1975, and in 1993 we received the possibility to live in this big house and to receive pilgrims at Emmaus. But our presence of our community in Israel was already called Emmaus even before we came here. Yeah. In fact, our founders who came to Israel in 1975, they prayed for a name for our foundation in Israel, and they received the name of Emmaus. And only in 1993 we were invited to Emmaus. So it's like this. Emmaus, in fact, for us means first of all the connection with our Jewish roots, because on the way to Emmaus, Jesus explains the scriptures. He explains what the Old Testament tells us about Jesus, in fact, about the Messiah. Yeah, he explains his disciples all the prophecies of the Old Testament about the Messiah. So for us who live here in Emmaus, for us it's also a possibility to meet Jesus in the Old Testament, to read the Bible on the spot. Yeah, but we meet also very often religious Jews, especially from Reform Judaism, who have very good connections with the Reform Judaism here. We have even some joint prayers or events with them. Yeah, for various Jewish feasts.
You also have, like, if people want to come to stay here, kind of a guest house? Or?
It's there is a possibility we can receive several people for a stay. We are very close to the airport. We receive here mostly the pilgrims groups who come to pray at the holy place of Emmaus. Yeah.
And it's perfect before leaving there to the airport to come here, the
Yeah.
last stop, no?
Yeah, or the first stop when
Or
you
the
arrive.
last stop when you arrive, yeah.
Yeah.
It's perfect. It's very close by, very
Yeah.
easy to access with the bus.
Yeah, you can see our chapel there if you want.
So we go.
And then we shall see the museum.
Yep.
So here we are on the top of the roof of the building of the Fathers of Bet Haram. We see here the view to the west. We see Tel Aviv at the horizon. This is the view to the west of the Mediterranean. You see Tel Aviv.
Yeah.
And to the north we can see Samaria, the mountains of Samaria.
Wow, I see it, yeah.
To the north the mountains become higher. Even higher and higher, yeah, all the time higher. And we see the town of Modi'in. It is quite new town, yeah, here, but already very big.
How many inhabitants now, if I may ask?
I don't know exactly, maybe about several tens of thousands.
Okay.
Yeah, we can see the town of Modi'in here.
Okay. Let's go over there.
The town is
There
there.
it is, over there.
Yeah.
You can see it on the horizon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to this side we see the south and the monastery of Latrun and the road which goes to the Negev, to the desert.
Yeah, that's what we did when we went to the desert yesterday. Yeah. Click on the video today in desert adventure. Oh, it's so huge, this house, unbelievable.
You see the Latrun monastery here.
Oh yeah, I see it on the horizon. You can see it between the trees over there. On the
Yeah, and the road going to the south.
and the road to the south. Yeah.
So you see this is very big roof, and we have the project to install the solar panels here to be independent for the electricity,
Yeah.
because especially because in winter, as it is an isolated place, we have often the disconnections of electricity here,
Yeah.
and also electricity is expensive. So the solar panels would help us to live here on this spot without independent way, yeah, without using much money for the electricity. So if you can help us, we have a crowdfunding program, and you can find it
Where
in the
can I find
commentaries.
it?
In the commentaries, yeah,
Yes.
we shall put the link.
I will put the link there. Yep.
Yeah. So thank you very much for your help.
And also you can make a donation. You go on the website, no, for the Beatitudes
Yes,
as
yeah.
well?
You can see our website emmaus-nicopolis.org,
Wonderful.
where the whole history of the place is, and also there is a possibility to donate for the
There
upkeep
as
of the
well.
place.
Wonderful. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Brother Anton, for these explanations.